Craig's thought of the day. Let's talk Tottenham. Let's talk about relegation. Look, I know there's bigger things in life. I know that you only have to turn on the news at the moment to see what's happening in the world, and it rightly puts everything into perspective. And it reminds me that football is just a game. But yet, the thought of Spurs getting relegated is still living rent-free in my head at the moment. It sits there in the back of my mind when I wake up, and it creeps in during quiet moments of the day and gnaws away at me probably more than it should. Supporting Spurs isn't a hobby, it's an emotional investment built over decades. And I feel ridiculous about it because, as I say, there are bigger things in the world. Meanwhile, I'm pacing around the living room, calculating points per game ratios and possible permutations like I'm preparing for a maths exam I didn't revise for. That was a few years ago. But that's football, isn't it? It's irrational, it's emotional. It makes sensible adults say things like, if we don't win on Saturday, that's it, I'm done. Knowing full well we'll be back the following week, emotionally available and ready to be hurt again. This is Tottenham Hotspur, a club with history, a club with ambition, or so we're told, a club that has admittedly given its fans zero emotional stability, but still our club. And right now we need the players to understand what that means. I want the players running through brick walls, and if there aren't any brick walls nearby, find one, build one, run through it anyway. This is not the time for safe 5-yard passes and shrugging at each other. This is a time for grit, for leaders, for someone grabbing the game by the scruff of the neck and saying, not on my watch. It matters because we all care. I just hope the players care too. And when you pull on that white shirt and when you step out onto that pitch, you are representing more than just a badge. You're representing us supporters who live and breathe this club. You're representing people whose weeks are shaped by results, whose moods swing with performances, whose loyalty never wavers even when the football does. We've been written off before. We've been the punchline before. We all know that. And somehow we're still here and our fate is in our own hands. Fear can consume these players, but it can also and should galvanise them. Pressure can crush them, but it should also sharpen them. And sometimes the story is better because it looked hopeless for a while and we've come through it. But Spurs need leaders. They need players who take responsibility and drag this club out of the mess we're in. And belief is a powerful thing. I just hope the players have that belief too. It's not about how many times Spurs knock you down. It's about how many times you foolishly get back up and say, go on then, one more week. So now is the time for courage, Tottenham. Please get the job done. It means more to the fan base than you'll ever know.